ground ball up the left side. Pass, roll in. One will score. It's in the gap. It gets by the outfielders. Jordheim goes back. Two will score. Here's a throw down to third. Not in time as Welsh.
Ivy throws it back in. We'll see if the relay comes home. It does not. It's an RBI single.
Called strike three.
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Saturday evening from Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota. This is the final game of the 2023 North Dakota State Baseball Tournament, and this is our Irie Insurance Pregame show here from Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota. I'm Chase Miller, as it's the defending champs in the Thompson Tommies going up against last year's state runner-up in LaMoure-Litchville, Marion. It's a rematch of last year's state championship game in which the Thompson Tommies won 11-7 in Fargo at Newman Outdoor Field. How did these two teams get here? Well, Thompson won against the Bishop Ryan Lions 11-1 in 6 innings, and then it was a pitcher's duel yesterday against the Central Cass Squirrels. Brandon Wolfgram, the complete game, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 run that was earned, a walk and a strikeout, and he also was hit by a pitch in the bottom of the 7th to bring in the winning run to come in and score, which was Jonathan Muse. And for the Thompson Tommies, that's how they got here. For the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos, a 2-0 win over Shiloh Christian in a game that they had 0 RBIs against the Skyhawks back on Thursday. And then an up-and-down roller coaster game in which the Lobos played a couple runs late and were too much to handle for Langdon area and Moore Munich to get here to the championship. Coming up on our Irie Insurance Pregame show, recap what happened in the earlier place games. Also, our American Crystal Sugar starting lineup stat and more, all still to come. It's championship night between the Thompson Tommies and the Lobos of LaMoure-Litchville Marion here on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey Swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Ulster Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Ulster Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Well, let's recap what happened earlier today from Corbett Field here as the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos are just about ready to finish their infield. Bishop Ryan with a 3-2 win over Shiloh Christian for 7th place. Bishop Ryan takes 8th in the consolation title. Delax Burlington and North Star. It was the Bearcats with a 4-3 win over the Delax Burlington Lakers. And then in the championship game, in the 3rd place game, Langdon area and Moore Munich 9, Central Cass 4 in that one. As we get our officials and our umpiring crew making their way to the field here at Corbett Field. And we'll get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups as well. Latest update from softball, Beulah 4, Thompson 3. In the bottom of the 5th inning on the softball side of things, so we'll keep you apprised of what's going on there. What Thompson is trying to do is some school that hasn't done since 2013 in B, and that is win both the softball and the baseball title. Central Cass won the baseball title in 2013, 6-3 over Grafton. Softball won over Enderlin Maple Valley 12-4. So that's something a little bit different, that trying to make a little history one side or the other. Central Cass won baseball and softball in 2013. Softball, Tommy's win. That's their first championship in program history. If Beulah wins, it's their first in program history, and the first one from a team out west. For the Thompson Tommies here, they're trying to win their sixth. For the Thompson Tommies here, they are trying to win their seventh state title and try to go back-to-back. While for LaMoure-Litchville Marion, from a NDHSAA championship, they have yet to win as this co-op of LLM. This, however, is the state championship game for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. This is the state appearance here, and they have went runner-up the last 2 years to Langdon area and Munich in 2021, and then in 2022 last season, they ended up runner-up against the Thompson Tommies. We're going to take a quick break on our Irie Insurance pregame show. We come back after this. It's the American Crystal Sugar starting lineups and the first pitch around the corner here from Corbett Field on YourLiveEvent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea, great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture, an excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit, plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
As we get ready here, that does it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all of your insurance requests, find an agent near you by going to IrieINS.com and get ready for the bumpy road that you'll have here in the months of June, July, and August. Get to your crop insurance, hail insurance agent as well by going to Irie Insurance online at IrieINS.com. We go from there now to our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups for the LaMoure-Litchville Marion. The Lobos will be on their black uniforms with gray pants, with Lobos across the front in white cursive, outlined in red here for the Lobos. Daryl Haugen, a legend in his own right here, the head coach for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. They'll go like this. Batting leadoff, the senior shortstop, that is Tate Mort. Mort batting leadoff. Connor Johnson, the senior catcher, batting second. Dylan Carlson, the senior, will be batting third here in the lineup for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Again, Carlson and Johnson. Johnson is playing catcher and Carlson second base. You have Anthony Hansen batting cleanup, playing third. Jacob Nitschke, the junior left fielder, followed by Blaze Isaacson, the junior right fielder, batting sixth. Mac Muslin, the junior center fielder, batting seventh. Mason Workin, the eighth grade first baseman, and Damian Carlson, the sophomore second baseman. So Mart, Johnson, Carlson, Hansen, Nitschke, Isaacson, Muslin, Workin, and Carlson here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. For the Thompson Tommies, they're going to go like this. Reese Berberich, the senior pitcher, batting first. Brandon Wolfgram, the junior catcher, batting second. Thomas Schumacher, the sophomore shortstop, batting third. William Welke, the senior designated hitter, batting fourth. Brody Gibson, the junior center fielder, batting fifth. Drew Overby, the junior second baseman, batting sixth. Jonathan Muse, the sophomore left fielder, batting seventh. Sean O'Hearn, the senior right fielder, is batting eighth. Bryden Tice, the sophomore third baseman, is batting ninth. And then Drew Odenbach is playing first base. Berberich, Wolfgram, Schumacher, Welke, Gibson, Overby, Muse, O'Hearn, Tice, and Odenbach. The Thompson Tommies, head coached by Nate Solis and Thompson, on their green uniforms here today with the silver pants, the silver numerals with the Thompson Tommy logo in front as well. Corbett Field dimensions, 410 to center, 356 in the alleys, and 316 down the line. As we take a look at our weather right now, it is sunny to partly cloudy skies here. Current temp 85 degrees as we get ready for first pitch here in this one on the third day of June. LaMoure-Litchville Marion 14-1. Their lone loss coming at the hands of the Carrington Cardinals. For the Thompson Tommies, 21-3. Losses against Roseau out of Minnesota. They lost to Langdon area at Munich earlier this season in Thompson. And then they lost to Mayport CG in the first of two double championship games in the double elimination out in the region tournament. So that's a look at the records. 21-3 Thompson against 14-1 LaMoure-Litchville. Marion, the Tommies, in search of their 7th title in school history and trying to go back-to-back for the first time in program history. LaMoure-Litchville Marion is looking for their first state championship as LLM, and the Lobos are trying to avoid a 3rd consecutive championship game as a runner-up. We're back after this with the starting lineups from Corbett Field on your liveevent.com.
The scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. Irie Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com. Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
Brian Horniker calling balls and strikes. Kel Hamry at third base, and Mr. Ben Engelbretson at first base here as we get ready. First pitch underway here from Corbett Field. That's going to miss for a ball at 6:35 as we get underway for this state championship game here from Minot. Second pitch in there to Tate Mart is for a strike. It's now going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Mark Johnson and Carlson here, the top of the lineup for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Here's the 1-1. It's going to be hit on the ground, a high chopper, foul up the third base line. Now 1-2. The Lobos and the Tommies, last year's 1 and 2 seeds going into the state tournament. Thompson was the 2, the Lobos were the 1. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That'll miss for a ball. Now 2-2. While for this season, Thompson was the 1 coming into state, and the Lobos were the 3 seed. Here's the offering. Breaking ball, strike 3 looking, and Reese Berberich gets his first strikeout. 1 down here in the top of the first inning, going back to Reese Berberich against the Bishop Ryan Lions. 4 innings of work, 3 hits, no runs, no walks, 5 strikeouts, 46 pitches. As this will be inside for a ball now at 1-0, so he has 89 pitches to use before he's officially done. 1-0 pitch is going to be hit in the air down the left field line. That's a base knock for Johnson. He's going to round first on his way to second. Muse cuts it off in the left corner, but it's going to be a sliding, ringing double here for Connor Johnson and the Lobos. So a double here for Connor Johnson that brings Dan Carlson now up to the plate. Muse in left, Gibson in center with O'Hearn in right. Odenbach at first, Overby at second, Schumacher at short with Tice at third, and Wolfgram behind the plate. Wilkie, the DH here for the Thompson Tommies. Berberich works from the stretch. This one will come in and hit him. It hits Carlson here. Now you have runners at first and second. So Lobos looking to strike first here. Anthony Hansen, the senior, will check in. The third baseman here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. As he will step into the plate here with runners at first and second. There's the pitch on the way for Berberich as he looks the runner back at second. That'll be in there for a strike to Hansen. Now it'll be 0-1. Anthony Hansen, a senior here, part of that LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobo football team that was able to make the semifinals in the 9-man football playoffs this year. The 0-1 pitch by Berberich as he looks back, the runner. Breaking ball, got Hansen out in front, inside out swing, going to be a difficult play. Overby goes into short right field for the catch. Overby had to go from second, almost right behind home plate, about 30 feet to catch that baseball And he was able to do so for the second out. Jacob Nitschke here, the junior left fielder, pitched a gem against the Shiloh Christian Skyhawks. Will come up. The pitch by Burbridge is going to be low. Now it's going to be 1-0. What is Isaacson due up next if Nitschke can find a way to get aboard here with runners at first and second and 2 down in the State B Baseball Championship? The 1-0 offering going to be fouled back, and it'll be 1-1. The Thompson Tommy faithful kind of split between softball and baseball here, as that softball game getting late for the Tommies against the Beulah Miners. Give you an update on that as this game unfolds. Here's the 1-1 offering. Swung on, breaking ball, now 1-2. Good-looking pitch by Burbridge. They whipped it back down to second to see if they could get the lead runner Connor Johnson tagged, but Schumacher, by the time he applied it, able to slide back in safely was Johnson. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here to the number 5 batter in the Lobos lineup. Burbridge from the stretch. Another breaking ball going to be hit on the ground. Schumacher goes the short way to second to Overby. 6-4 on the putout to retire this side. No runs ahead, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. A half inning complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard here. We go to the bottom of the first inning. The Thompson Tommies coming to the plate.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
As we go to the bottom of the first inning here for LaMoure-Litchville, Marion, the Lobos will have their starter on the mound here for LLM. As the Lobos will be going with Connor Johnson here on the mound for the Lobos. Johnson behind the plate, Hansen at third. You have Mark at short, Carlson at second, Workin at right with Isaacson again at right, Workin at first, Muslin in center, and Nitschke at left. The righty-righty matchup to Reese Burbridge, Wolfgram, and Schumacher to start things out for the Tommies. First pitch in there for a strike at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on the way here for Johnson, looking inside against Reese Burbridge. Here's the pitch. That'll miss low, down 1-1. The final State B baseball game of the season here in Minot, North Dakota, where the sun is shining bright here in the western sky. The 1-1 pitch, that'll be out of the zone, now 2-1. As throughout the tournament, you see both teams in their respective dugouts right on top of the railing. The 2-1 pitch, it's going to be hit in the air. That's going to be to left field. Nitschke will come on and he'll camp underneath it for a high fly ball for out number 1. And Burbridge has been a menace to try to get out here in this tournament as Wolfgram will come up to the plate. Wolfgram was hit by a pitch, drove in the game-winning one, and threw a complete game in the win against Central Cass as well last night. Going back to Burbridge, though, in this tournament now, 5 of 7 from the plate. Here's the pitch to Wolfgram, who's 1 of 6 so far. That'll miss outside for a ball to the junior catcher here in this championship game. The 1-0 pitch will be fouled, and now it'll be 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the way here to Wolfgram as the righty Johnson rocks and delivers. Going to be hit on the ground off the glove of Johnson to Carlson at second, and not going to be in time. Sliding in is Wolfgram as he gets the lead, the first runner of the game here for the Thompson Tommies at first base. Off the glove to the second baseman. We'll see if they count it as a hit or an error officially, as it went right off the glove of Johnson, and then a chance for Carlson, but hustling out of the chute. And they'll mark it as an infield single here as Wolfgram climbs aboard. They look for the pick. Not going to be able to get back with that pick play, as getting back no problem. As we'll have a final here from softball in a moment. This one is in there for a strike. The Beulah Miners officially defeat Thompson 5-3 in softball, so Beulah takes the championship. Now 0-1 pitch. Gonna miss. It'll now be 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike with a runner at first here with Wolfgram with 1 out. As Johnson works from the stretch, going to be hit on the ground. There is Mart at shortstop, recollects himself and able to fire it over to Workin to get the out. Wolfgram will go to second, 6-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. So Welke steps up to the plate here, the senior designated hitter. With the runner at second in Wolfgram. So Wolfgram will take his lead as Johnson looks back the runner. The pitch going to be in there for a strike at 0-1. So both starting pitchers trying to work out of a little jam in the first inning. The 0-1 offering. That'll miss high for a ball. It's now 1-1, and we'll have pitch number 13 upcoming here for Connor Johnson. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike now at 1-2. Taking his lead off a second is Wolfgram, 2 down, as he'll be off on a hit by Welke, who's came in clutch at this particular moment. Throughout the tournament, he hits a fly ball. That's going to be hit to left. Nitschke is there, camps underneath it to retire this side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 1 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard, scoreless on your liveevent.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Top of the second inning we go. The Lobos will be sending Blaze Isaacson, Max Muslin, and Mason Workin here, 6, 7, and 8 batters. As we mentioned, in 2013 was the last time both a team won the state baseball and softball titles in Class B. That was Central Castle. That streak's going to stay alive after the Beulah Miners up and the Thompson Tommies 5-3. A great run for Matt Chandler's Tommies Club, an unseeded team to take down the 2 and the 3 seed. They played the number 1 overall seed in Beulah, but they came short in that championship game. Beulah, the first West team in Class B to win a state title. The previous champions, Central Cass, Kinder Richland, and Enderlin Maple Valley. But here in baseball, the East has reigned supreme as well, whether it's been Langdon in 2021, Thompson the year prior last season, COVID in 2020, no one played, and then Park River Fordville Lincoln won 3 consecutive games as well, 3 consecutive titles. As we get ready here, Berberich back on the bump here against Blaze Isaacson. The pitch going to be first pitch swinging fouled up the first base line. Onomot gives it a chase, but that'll be out of play. And that'll be for a strike now at 0-1. Still to come a little bit later on, we'll find out who the Coach of the Year is going to be, also the Senior Athlete of the Year in state baseball. We'll have those part of the awards ceremony later on. The 0-1 pitch in there for a strike now at 0-2. As Berberich looks into Wolfgram with the 0-2 offering. That's going to be swung on and miss, and Berberich gets his second strikeout. Out number 1 here at the top of the second inning. Muslin comes up, the junior outfielder here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. This one fouled back, now it'll be 0-1. His sister Molly plays at Concordia, first year of collegiate women's basketball in the MIAC. As Berberich looks back into Wolfgram and the pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground to the third baseman. 2 hops Tice, who bobbles it for a second, and they're able to defeat just in time Muslin hustling up the first base line. Tice able to play the 2-hopper, and then as he gloved it, just had it drop out of his glove for a moment, but threw a nice shot over there to Odenbach at first for the second out. Berberich's pitch in there at the knee for a strike. Now it's going to be 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Pitch number 20 for Berberich is going to be hit on the ground to the second baseman. Over B, a 3-hopper goes 5-3 to Odenbach, and a 3-up, 3-down inning. 5 straight retired here by Berberich. It's 1.5 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. It's the State B Baseball Championship game. The Tommies coming to the plate next on your liveevent.com.
It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground, is going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Good luck, Tommies, from everyone at Thompson Public Schools, where their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. A thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff that made this a great school year. And a special congratulations and good luck to the graduating class of 2023. You can find out more about the great things happening in Thompson Public Schools, plus summer camp information, 2023-2024 school year calendar dates, information, and athletic requirements. TPS-K12.org. Go Tommies!
Bottom of the second inning we go. Thompson will be sending Gibson over, being Muse. 5, 6, and 7 batters coming up to the plate here for the Thompson Tommies in the State B Baseball Championship here on yourliveevent.com. Brody Gibson, Drew Overby, and Jonathan Muse again. 7. Make that 5, 6, and 7 batters. The pitch will be fouled back by Gibson. Now 0-1. Lobos with 1 hit, Thompson with 1 hit so far. Connor Johnson on for his second inning of work, and here's pitch number 15 from Johnson on the mound. That'll miss outside on the slider. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Horniker calling balls and strikes. Single Brenton up the first baseline, and Hamry up the third baseline here for your umpires. The 1-1 offering. Breaking ball just didn't look good right off the hand here from Johnson. That'll go to the backstop. Thompson with a 1-out single by Wolfgram, and then they're able to get him to second base and stranded there back in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's a 2-1. That'll miss for a ball, now at 3-1. So 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That'll be outside, and a fly pitch walk for Gibson. The junior center fielder is on for the first time here for the Thompson Tommies. Overby, the junior second baseman, will dig in now here for Thompson. As he looks up, Coach Solis up the third base line to see what the play is going to be on here. Trying to bunt, taking a step up on that one was Overby, and then saw it run in, so he took a ball. It'll be 1-0. We kind of saw Overby again almost dance in the box where he took a step up, trying to get as best he could. Pick play down to first. Getting back easily is Gibson. Thompson scored 11 against Mitchell. Bryan, then runs were hard to come by against Mitchell and the Squirrels last night. They only needed 2, and they won 2-0 in that semifinal. The 1-0 pitch missing outside. It'll now be 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on the way here to Drew Overby. A big-time lead at first base is going to be in there for a strike at 2-1. Gibson took an extra stride or 2 to see what Johnson is going to want to do behind the plate. That one will miss. Now 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. The pitch. That'll be another walk. So back-to-back walks here for the Tommies. Runners at first and second. No outs upcoming. As now you'll have a quick conference on the mound here to see a little opportunity to see what is going to happen. Again, earlier today here on YourLiveEvent.com, the Langdon area Edmore Munich with a 9-4 win over the Central Cass Squirrels. As Damian Carlson at shortstop and Dylan Carlson behind home plate again here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. Cheyenne defeats Fargo North 3-2 in Class A baseball to win the state title in Class A. That is a Final Four of the Mustangs. This one misses up for a ball to Jonathan Muse, now 1-0. So the first inning, no walks for Johnson, 1 hit, but now all of a sudden unable to find the zone. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll miss low at 2-0. If you're Thompson right now with how Gibson drew a 5-pitch walk, Overby with a 5-pitch walk, you got to be very deliberate at the plate if you're Jonathan Muse with a great hitter scout at 2-0. 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, pops the glove, now at 2-1. Gibson at second, Overby at first, with Workin playing in at first base. 2-1 pitch is going to be hit in the air past Hansen at third. Everyone will go station to station, and bases are full of Tommies here in the bottom of the second inning. Second hit off of Johnson here. Both are singles, and now the Tommies have a chance to score the first run here and potentially more in the bottom of the second inning. Great start so far via small ball. 2 walks and a single. Now the senior and Sean O'Hearn steps up here for the Tommies. This will run up out of the zone. Now 1-0. The infield playing in, trying to cut the run off at home for the Lobos. Outfield pretty much playing straight away. Here's the 1-0 offering. Going to be hit on the ground, and that's through for a base knock. 1 run comes in. Overby's rounding third. Here's the relay. Not going to be in time as Overby slides in safely, and the Tommies take a 2-0 lead. It's a 2 RBI single for O'Hearn, and the Tommies draw first blood. Gibson comes in to score alongside with Overby. Muse at second, and O'Hearn is at first. That was a really good relay that almost got Overby at home plate. As this is going to be a little chop bunt. And it'll be an infield single. The error on the throw is going to get away, and coming in will be Muse to make it 3-0. Tice executed it perfectly here. Muse comes in to score. O'Hearn goes first to third. And now it's 3-0 in favor of Thompson. Runners at the corners now here for the Tommies. Here's the pitch. First pitch swinging. This one goes right back to the pitcher. Johnson looks back the runner and works just like a sacrifice bunt, if you will. Productive out. O'Hearn stays at third. Tice goes to second. All of a sudden, so much for the just wait and see if there's going to be a throwing strikes. Let's put a couple of first pitch on the way. Move some guys around. This one will be in there for a strike to Wolfgram. He has a single. Here's the 0-1. Going to be lined right up the middle for a base knock. Coming in to score is O'Hearn. Nate Solis is waving Tice around. He's going to come in as well. The runner in Wolfgram tries to get to second, and he is safe. And the Tommies have put up a crooked number here in the second inning as they lead it 5-0. Wolfgram gets an RBI that was bobbled by Muslin in center as Wolfgram made his way to second. That also allowed Tice to come in to score. And the Thompson Tommies with 5 runs here in the second inning. And there's still just one down. This will miss out of the zone to Thomas Schumacher here, 0 for 1 from the plate. 5 runs so far here in the inning. The pitch. I'll be in there for a strike at 1-1, and they're going to say that an infield single here for Tice and allowed him to get to first. This is going to be hit in the air. That's going to drop down for a base knock. Schumacher able to get a single. Wolfgram goes to third, and the Tommies keep it going here with runners at the corners. And there's one down, and we'll see if the Lobos potentially now make a pitching change, as they have 5 hits so far here for the Thompson Tommies, 4 in this one. And we'll see if the Lobos do make a change, as the Thompson Tommies have put 5 runs up on the board, and they bat around so far here in the second inning. And we'll find out who the new pitcher is going to be in a moment here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion when we return here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Your family farm has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Taupe Insurance is here to help you weather the storm when those challenges arise. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies. Taupe Insurance offers coverage on your farm's assets, crop and hail insurance, plus home and auto, commercial and life insurance. Stop in for a visit today at their office in Castleton, or give Taupe Insurance a call at 701-347-4045.
Let's get real. Get ready for a place that's big enough to grow and small enough to care. The University of Minnesota Crookston offers more than 35 majors, minors, and certificates. Earn a University of Minnesota degree, where you can make a difference in a close-knit community. Faculty become friends, and friends feel like family. You don't need a big city, just big dreams. The University of Minnesota Crookston. Real, hands-on, and will get you ready for anything.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Bottom of the second we go. The Thompson Tommies with a 5 spot so far, and they've chased Connor Johnson out of the game as the pitcher. As for LaMoure-Litchville Marion, they're going to see Tate Mart go from shortstop to pitcher. You'll have Connor Johnson now going to be at second, and then Damian Carlson now will be at shortstop. Runners at first and third. On the hook for both of them is Connor Johnson here. 5 hits, 5 runs, 2 walks in an inning and a third. This is going to be hit in the air. That's down the line. Isaacson gives some chase, and this is going to drop in for a base knock. It's an RBI single here for the Thompson Tommies with William Wilkie. And he keeps the inning going here for the Tommies, and he has just been Mr. Clutch for Thompson here during the state tournament. It's now 6-0 Thompson. Coming in to score is going to be Wolfgram from third. Schumacher stands at second. And now Brody Gibson, batter number 10 here of the inning, started it off with a walk. 1-0 is the pitch from Tate Mart. They'll be in there for a strike at 1-1. So if you're Thompson, it's how much can you get out and hide as you currently lead at 6-0. Here's the 1-1. Going to be hit on the ground right up the middle. Carlson is there. They're going to get one for sure, and that's it. So reaching on a fielder's choice would be Gibson as Overby steps up to the plate. Schumacher goes to third, and Welke is retired at second. As there's 2 down now here in the bottom of the second inning. Drew Overby with a walk and a run scored so far here for Thompson. Runners at the corners. And a delayed steal opportunity coming in down the line from third, sliding in, safe! A delayed steal works to perfection here for the Thompson Tommies. Thomas Schumacher comes in to score to make it 7-0, and Gibson will take second base. The Tommies with a touchdown and an extra point so far here in the second. Mart with the pitch in the dirt, blocked there by Dylan Carlson. It's now going to be 1-0. So delayed steal comes in and works. And Schumacher with the stolen base to come in and make it a 7-0 contest, as this will miss for a ball to Overby, now 2-0. After scoring just 2 runs yesterday against the Squirrels, the offensive bats have come alive here for the Tommies in this second inning. It's now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the way. Tate Mart looks back the runner at second, and Gibson and the pitch going to be hit foul up the first base line. And that'll be not enough time for Working to try to scamper after it. Now it's 2-2, 11th batter here in the inning for the Thompson Tommies. They've all done it on walks, singles, and a couple of missed fielding plays by LaMoure-Litchville Marion as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs with a runner at second and Gibson. Tate Mart with a right-handed pitch delivers. That'll miss outside and work the count full. Now 3-2 for the Lobos once it gets to the top of the third. 9, 1, and 2 batters coming to the plate. Here's the 3-2. That'll run in, and it's a walk. Third walk of the inning, the first by Tate Mart, who has 1/3 of an inning work so far. The book is done on Connor Johnson as well, as he does give up all 7 innings so far. Runners at first and second. The pitch in there for a strikeout. The needed Jonathan Muse, now 0-1. Muse with a single and a run scored here earlier in the inning. Number 7 batter in the Thompson Tommy lineup. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball from Mart in there for a strike at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Tate Mart. 1 with the shake. Then he likes what he sees. The 0-2 pitch, high fastball for the strikeout to retire the side. But 7 runs come across here for the Thompson Tommies on 12 batters, as they have jumped down in front on our Irie Insurance scoreboard, leading it 7-0 as we go to the top of the third inning on your liveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us, and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
Top of the third inning we go here on yourliveevent.com. Damian Carlson, Tate Martin, Connor Johnson coming up to the plate here for the LaMoure-Litchville Marion, trailing it 7-0 after the Lobos take advantage of the official box score. Says 1 error. There was 5 hits in the inning, but again, 7 runs come in for the Thompson Tommies, as now you give Reese Berberich a chance to come on the mound and put an exclamation point to the last half hour of baseball or so here from Corbett Field in a contest that started 40 minutes ago. So if you're Thompson, you start looking up and you're up by 7 runs. Berberich, if he can come across in any capacity, 0 or even just 1 run. Thompson Tommy bats with how they're hitting, as this is going to be hit to straightaway center. Gibson is there, makes a step for the out. 2 pitches and an out here with Carlson. So first time through the lineup for Reese Burbridge. 2 1/3, gave up a double to Connor Johnson, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. As now it's Tate Martz. Burbridge with 46 pitches thrown coming into tonight's. And right now, here's the righty matchup to Martz. Breaking ball at the knee, missing low, now 1-0. Tate Martz goes from shortstop to now pitcher. This one pops the glove of Wolfgram behind the plate for a strike at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way for Burbridge. The pitch, breaking ball, that one's going to be hit down the left field line and foul. That'll be 1-2. Good crowd here. Some of the baseball teams that made it to state wanted to watch this championship game here in Minot. Here's the 1-2 offering. Fastball, that'll be out of the zone, now 2-2. As the sun has shined its way throughout the weekend here in Minot. Strike 3 looking, and Tate Martz is retired for the second time on strikes. Out number 2 here in the top of the 3rd inning, and Connor Johnson with a double his last time up to the plate. As Burbridge rocks and delivers. Going to be hit up the third base line. That'll be foul now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike on the way here to Connor Johnson. That'll be up out of the zone and make the count now 1 ball and 1 strike. Burbridge back on the mound, the 1-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Good spot and location. Down in the zone at 1-2. And just like Wolfgram last night, Burbridge back on the mound, ready to pitch with the 1-2 offering. Fastball up, that'll miss. Now 2-2. Here's the 2-2 offering from Burbridge. That's going to be hit on the ground, and that's going to be underneath the glove of Tice. Rounding first is going to be Johnson. He'll stay there, and it's a 2-out base runner here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. And right underneath the third baseman's glove of Tice as he tried to backhand that one, and as he played the hop, it didn't come up as much as he thought on the turf. So going to first base here is going to be Connor Johnson. Here's the pitch. That'll miss for a ball. It'll be now 1-0, as that'll be an error officially by the third baseman. Dylan Carlson hit by a pitch his last time up. Burbridge works from the stretch. Looks back the runner at first in the 1-0. Out of the zone now at 2-0. And just like in the last half inning, Thompson was able to take advantage of an error. Now it's the Lobos. We'll try to do the same thing here, but with 2 outs. 2-0 foul to the backstop, now 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike with 2 outs here. The state golf tournament going to be coming up this week, and then everything is done from an athletic point of view in terms of the school year by sponsored NDHSAA events. Good breaking ball in there at the knee, inner half at 2-2. We'll continue our coverage, though, on Monday and Tuesday with the Shield Softball All-Star Series. Optimist Volleyball the week after. We'll also have player interviews for the player profiles. You can check those out on YouTube by searching your live event. 2-2 pitch. Foul back, and we'll keep it at 2-2 again. The Lobos here, they have work in front of them after the Tommies score 7 runs in the bottom of the second inning. The score last year, 11-7 Thompson over the Lobos. A 2-2 pitch going to be popped up and in the air. That's going to be to the second baseman, Overby, who takes a couple of steps into short right field, and that'll retire the Lobos here in the third. No runs, no hits, an error, and 1 runner left on base. 2.5 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. We go to the bottom of the third inning with the Tommies come to the plate on yourliveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles Hillsboro.
Did you know that there are several different types of crop hail insurance policies? Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. We at Irie Insurance want to help you select a hail policy that will best protect your crops and bottom line from a hailstorm. Give us a call today to schedule a time to meet with an Irie Insurance agent. For our contact information, go to our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Bottom of the third inning we go here on yourliveevent.com. It's the LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos and the Thompson Tommies here in the State B Baseball Championship game. Thompson 7, the Lobos scoreless here as Sean O'Hearn will step up to the plate now for the Thompson Tommies. O'Hearn, Tice, and Burbridge. And Thompson, even though they're up by 7, really looking for that knockout punch here in the third against the Lobos. Here's the pitch on the way from Tate Mart out of the zone at 1-0. O'Hearn with a single and a run scored and 2 runs driven in so far here for the Tommies. Here's the 1-0 offering. That'll be inside now at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes on the way here for Mart. The pitch. I'll be in at the knee for a strike at 2-1. Tate Mart's got a little zip on that fastball, no doubt about it, if he can locate. Here's the 2-1 offering. That'll miss for a ball now at 3-1. Earlier in this tournament, Hansen and Nitschke was able to take the mound and get LaMoure-Litchville Marion to this title game. The 3-0 is going to be hit in the air, and it's a opposite field single on the way for O'Hearn. O'Hearn, nice inside-out swing. It's now the Thompson Tommies for the second consecutive inning get their lead runner on. Now it's Braden Tice up at the plate. He was able to reach base on an error and come in to score his last time up. Runner at first base is O'Hearn. The pitch. Looking to bunt, that's going to be foul now 0-1. Number 9 batter here in the lineup for the Thompson Tommies, but today it's been pretty much 1 through 9 in some capacity. Burbridge, yeah, he doesn't have a hit, but he's pitched really well through 3 innings. Here's the pitch. Going to be foul. Now 0-2. Otherwise, everybody else in the lineup has found a way to get on base in some capacity, whether it's be a fielder's choice, a walk, a single, an error here for Thompson. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and the runner at first base here in the bottom of the third inning. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball, and that's going to be a line drive single to right. Having to stop there was Sean O'Hearn as that was coming right at him. O'Hearn will go to second base. Tice will go to first, and it's back-to-back opposite field singles here for the Thompson Tommies. And now it's Reese Burbridge at the plate. Burbridge against Bishop Bryan, a single, double, a triple. He's able to get on board. The pitch. That'll miss for a ball. It's now 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes here as Mart looks back the runner at second, the 1-0. That'll be inside for a ball at 2-0. Here's the pitch from Mart. Fouled back for a strike. Runner at second is O'Hearn. Tice is at first, and the Thompson Tommy lineup wants to keep him moving here. It'll be 1 ball and 2 strikes, as the count. Here's the 1-2. in the dirt, blocked nicely there by Dylan Carlson. Now makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 offering from Mart. Foul tipped into the glove. Nice catch behind him by Dylan Carlson for a strikeout. So Mart gets his first strikeout in relief of Connor Johnson, and there's 1 down. Braden Wolfgram will dig in. Pair of singles so far, a run scored and a run driven in for Braden. First pitch swing is going to be hit in the air. That's to right field. Coming on is the right fielder there, and Isaacson to glove it for the second out. There's Thomas Schumacher. A single with a run scored today is 1 of 2 from the plate. Batter number 5 here in the lineup for the Thompson Tommies here in the 3rd inning, coming to the plate. And batter number 5 here in the inning. As St. Mart trying to work out of a jam here in the 3rd. This will be low. Now 1-0. Single by O'Hearn, a single by Tice. Strikeout with Burbridge, and a 1-pitch out with Wolfgram to right. Here's the 1-0 offering. Working from the stretch is Mart. Check swing, did not go through the zone, but it doesn't matter. Call the strike anyway. Now it'll be 1-1 to Thomas. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the way. The Tommy shortstop. This will run in on the fastball. Now 2-1. And Mart pretty much going to try to locate that fastball as best as he can, as that has been his pitch throughout here for the Lobos. 2-1 offering, going to be hit, and that's going to be to Hansen at 3rd. Hansen goes to 1st in time. 5-3 on the putout to retire the Tommies. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. 3 complete here from Corbett Field and Monnet. It's Thompson 7. LaMoure-Litchville, Marion scoreless, coming to the plate on your liveevent.com.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com. There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Top of the 4th inning here. It's the Thompson Tommies 7, LaMoure-Litchville, Marion, the Lobos scoreless here on yourliveevent.com on our Irie Insurance scoreboard here. If you're just joining us, Thompson with all 7 runs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Reese Burbridge has been awfully good for this senior pitcher on the mound so far here for Thompson. He's gone 3 innings of work, 1 hit against with a walk in 3 strikeouts. The righty works. Pitch number 39 of this contest misses for a ball to Hansen. And if you're the Lobos, now is the time with Hansen, Nitschke, and Isaacson coming up to the plate. This will miss low. Now 1-1. Lobos blew a 5-run lead to Langdon area Edmore Munich yesterday, only to come back and win. So we've seen this team have the ability to put up runs in a short amount of time. Here's the offering on the way by Burbridge. Going to be hit down the right field line, slicing. This could be trouble, and that's going to be a foul ball. Just miss by about a half foot. It's 316 down right. Probably went about 250, 260, and it just missed. That would have been a double. Instead, it's a strike here for Anthony Hansen. As Hansen digs back in, 2 balls and 2 strikes on the way to the senior 3rd baseman for the Lobos. Burbridge rocks and delivers. Going to be hit on the ground up the 3rd base line, and that'll be foul. Hansen will have to continue to battle here, and so will the Lobos against a really good righty on the mound in Burbridge. The 2-2 going to be hit. That's to right. O'Hearn will see that one. Takes him out one step to his right to glove it for the out, and there's one down here in the top of the fourth inning. As Reese Burbridge continues to work, going back into the first. A double by Johnson, hit by pitch by Carlson. And then at one point was able to retire 7 consecutive batters before Connor Johnson reached base on an error. As this is popped up on one pitch with Nitschke. Looks to be in play. Odenbach comes in foul territory for the first baseman for the out. One pitch and an out, and Burbridge will gladly take that for the second out here of the fourth. Isaacson a strikeout swinging his last time up. Burbridge got him out in front early and then able to finish him off with a strike 3 swinging for the first out of the second. The pitch, that'll be out of the glove of Wolfgram Lowe at 1-0. Most batters in an inning here for the Lobos, been 4. Other than that, 3 in the second, 4 in the third, and 2 outs to the third batter here in the fourth, and this one comes in and hits him. Blaze Isaacson will take first base on a hit by pitch. Just the second free pass by Burbridge. Both have been by hit by pitch. One with Dylan Carlson and now with Blaze Isaacson here. So the Lobos with 2 outs get a runner on. Max Muslin will step up. As Muslin digs in now for the Lobos. Burbridge works from the stretch. That'll miss low for a ball now at 1-0. For Thompson, bottom of the fourth inning, the Tommies will be sending Welke, Gibson, and Overby, the middle part of their lineup. Also running on the hands, now 2-0. Thompson, 24th game of the season for the Lobos. This is game number 16 here for LLM. 2 balls, no strikes on the way here. As Burbridge looks into Muslin, and Max has a hitter's count. The 2-0. Breaking ball in there for a strike now at 2-1. Runner at first is Isaacson. Takes his lead, held on there by Odenbach. Here's a 2-1 offering. Hit on the ground. This one will go to the shortstop. Schumacher flips it to the second baseman Overby. 6-4, and that'll retire the Lobos here in the fourth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 3.5 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's Thompson coming to plate up by 7 on your liveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you need on your next road trip. Food, fuel, fun, and family-friendly activities. Stop by and fill up your tank or grab a bite to eat. Have a blast at Goose River Golf Club, the swimming pool, or one of our beautiful parks. There's even ice skating and cross-country skiing. Take in the sights or stay the night so you don't miss a thing. Experience Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Bottom of the fourth inning we go here on yourliveevent.com. It's Thompson 7, the Lobos of LaMoure-Litchville Marion scoreless here on yourliveevent.com. The Thompson Tommies trying to win a back-to-back state titles here. And their 7th in program history, and it's been off to a good start as we've reached the midway point of this contest. William Welke, 1 of 2 with an RBI single. He shoots one over the first baseman, Warkin. That's in the right field. Isaacson is going to bring that one in, but it's a single here for the Tommies. And the Tommies have used the opposite field really well here tonight. Here from Corbett, 316 down either line, 356 in the alley, and then 410 to straightaway center field here. As the wind, a little bit of gusts blowing in, but not too much to write home about in terms of play tricks on the baseball as Brody Gibson takes a strike. 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run scored. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up in the second inning. Here's the 0-1. That'll be blocked in the dirt. Good block there by Dylan Carlson. Now 1-1. Nitschke in left with Muslin in center. Isaacson in right for the Lobos. Tommy's a win over Bishop Ryan, a win over Central Cass, now looking to get a win over the Lobos. And that'll be in the dirt and make it 2-1 strike. Bottom of the fourth inning, and if you're Thompson right now, we haven't said the mercy rule, but you got to be thinking about it. You score 3 runs here, and then all of a sudden you put the Lobos potentially to their final 3 outs going to the 5th. 3-1 strike if you're the Lobos. Anything but 3 at this point. Yeah, you want to put another 0 up and hope the bats wake up, but you might be in danger of going to your final 3 outs if the Tommies can put 3 runs across, as this is going to be a walk. So just like they did in the third, the Tommies get their first 2 runners on here in the 4th inning. Now there's runners at first and second here for Thompson. Drew Overby with a pair of walks today and a run scored for the Tommies. Batting 6th in the lineup here as he's getting instructions from head coach Nate Solis, who meets him midway between the third base coach's box and the batter's box here from Corbett Field. There's the pitch. Fastball runs in at the hands for a ball, now 1-0. Thompson, they haven't done it with triples, doubles. It's been singles. Put the ball in play. Force the Lobos to make a play. Able to run the bases efficiently. 2 balls, no strikes on the way to Overby here for the junior second baseman. The 2-0 pitch. That'll be in there for a strike now at 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike on the way here to the number 6 batter in the Tommy lineup. That's going to be hit on the ground, and that's going to get through for a base knock. Coming in is going to be Wilkie, and there won't be any relay. It's an RBI single for Drew Overby, and it's 8-0 Tommies. So Wilkie comes in to score. Gibson goes to second. Overby with the base knock and a run driven in as well to make it 8-0 now in favor of Thompson. Overby with the RBI, and now taking a strike on the way is Jonathan Muse. Muse 1 of 2 with a single and a run scored here for Thompson. Runners still at first and second and nobody out in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch, 0-1 in there for a strike at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here. The 0-2 offering. Muse hits one in the air. That's to center. Muslin comes in underneath it for the out, and there's 1 down. Horn hit ball to center. Muse is retired, and now it's Sean O'Hearn. O'Hearn with 2 singles and 2 runs driven in here for the Tommies. Thompson, 8 runs, 10 hits. They've left 5 runners on base so far and committed 1 error. Here's the pitch. That'll be in there for a strike at 0-1. On the opposite side for the Lobos, just 1 hit. They have stranded 4 runners on base. They've committed an error and no runs. This is going to be a pop-up, playable. Coming underneath it here is going to be Hansen as he makes his way from third just inside to short for the pop-out, and there's 2 down. Now it's up to the number 9 batter here in Braden Tice. Tice reached base with a run scored in the second, had a single in the third, part of those back-to-back singles to start the 3rd inning off for the Tommies. This one runs and misses for a ball at 1-0. And it goes back to the top of the lineup the 4th time through here for Thompson with Berberich on deck. The 1-0 offering, that'll be in there at the knee for a strike. Now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike on the way here to Mr. Tice. The pitch at the knee, in there for a strike as well to make it 1-2. Runner at second is Gibson. Overby at first. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and a strikeout to retire the Tommies here in the fourth. But Thompson plates a run across on 2 hits. There was no errors and 2 runners left on base. 4 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard here from Corbett Field in Minot. We have a new score. It's 8-0 Tommies with the Lobos coming to the plate.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
A nice crowd on hand here. Some of those from the softball diamond, including the Thompson Tommy state runner-up softball team, has made their way now to Corbett Field, and some of the other fans from softball and also just some of those from baseball throughout the day have made their way here as this game continues in the top of the 5th inning. The Lobos will be sending Workin, Carlson, and Mort to the plate here as we'll get this one with the pitch upcoming with Mason Workin. And this will miss for a ball at 1-0. Here's the 1-0 offering. This is going to be hit on the ground to the shortstop, backhanded by Schumacher across the diamond in time to Odenbach. 6-3 on the putout, and there's 1 down. As now it's going to be Damian Carlson. Flew out his last time up to center to start the 3rd inning off. As the righty in Burbridge winds and delivers. They'll be in there for a strike at 0-1. Burbridge with the 0-1 pitch. Going to be hitting the air. That'll be foul. Now at 0-2. Stepping out of the batter's box here is Damian Carlson as he steps back in. Burbridge with the 0-2 pitch. This one will run up and in. It'll miss for a ball at 1-2. 1-2 offering. Breaking ball got him for the strikeout. That's out number 2, and Burbridge gets his 4th punch out of the evening. And the guy who struck out twice so far, Tate Mart, comes up to the plate. That was just a good breaking ball by Burbridge there. And there's 2 down now here in the 5th. First pitch swinging is Mart. That's going to be a grounder. Fielding that one is Tice at 3rd in front of Schumacher at short. 5-3 on the put on. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning here for Burbridge. 4.5 complete here. The Tommies up by 8 can put away with 2 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That's coming up here on your LiveEvent.com.
Honesty, loyalty, integrity. At Bank North, we've remained true to these values for generations. They shape the way we do business, work with customers, and support our communities. We've been here for more than a century, helping people grow farms and businesses, finance homes, and pursue their dreams. It's values-based banking, and it's all about working together to strengthen the common threads that bind us together. Bank North, always true.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsborough. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsborough.
Bottom of the 5th inning, it's Thompson and LaMoure-Litchville Marion here on yourliveevent.com. The Tommies 2 runs away from a 10-run rule. The Lobos just trying to find a way to get it to the 6, but the problem is either way you slice it, time is not on the Lobos side with where you are right now here in this baseball game. They're down to their final 6 outs. If it gets to the 6, they're either down 8-0 or 9-0 with a mountain to climb. But as the old adage says, it's not over till it's over, and that's what Thompson is trying to do here. Finish it off. They had a chance in the bottom of the 4th to get to 10 runs, unable to do so. They want to start it off here as they go up with Reese Burbridge. First pitch swinging as Burbridge hits one in the air. That's down the right field line, giving chase to the second baseman. A nice glove chase all the way by Johnson. Connor Johnson with the outs, and Reese Burbridge is 0 for 4 from the plate, which doesn't seem real after the first 2 games he had, but he'll take an 0 for 4 if there's 8 runs on the board, and he continues to pitch the way he's pitching with 1 hit just given up on the mound. Braden Wolfgram will dig in. This will miss for a ball. Wolfgram with 2 singles, a run scored and a run driven in so far. 1-0 is the count here for Mart. Fastball's going to be hit in the air. That's to right field. Isaacson gives some chase. And there's an out. Fly out to the right fielder, and that's out number 2. Thomas Schumacher will dig in now. Schumacher is 1 of 3 from the plate with a single and a run scored back in the 2nd inning. Mart starting to find a little bit of rhythm here as that's going to miss for a ball at 1-0. Schumacher 1 of 3 in this game. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This will be popped up and fouled out of play. Now 1-1. Cale Hamry up the 3rd baseline. Mr. Ingo Brenson up the 1st baseline. And Horniker is calling balls and strikes behind the plate for this championship game. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball, that'll be in the turf. Now 2-1. For those of you that are just joining us, 7 runs in the 2nd, 1 run in the 4th, and Lobos only with 1 hit compared to the Tommies 10. That'll miss low for a ball at 3-1. Earlier today, Bishop Ryan with the win over Shiloh 3-2. North Star over to Lax Burlington 4-3. 3-1 offering. In there for a strike at 3-2, so the Lions take 7th place. The Bearcats of North Star take 5th, and the Langdon area Edmore Mina Cardinals with a 9-4 win over the Squirrels for 3rd place. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Hit on the ground. Gloved there nicely by Tate Mart. Able to come off the mound, and that's a first time 3-up, 3-down inning for the Thompson Tommies at the plate. We played 5 on our Irie Insurance scoreboard. It's the Tommies 8 and the Lobos coming to the plate next on YourLiveEvent.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator.
Top of the 6th inning we go. Connor Johnson, Dylan Carlson, and Anthony Hansen, and Burbridge is not wasting any time. He wants to get right back on the mound and try to find a way to close the door here for Thompson. Tommy's no stranger to this game. They've been here 6 times in the last 7 seasons for Thompson. Connor Johnson will dig in here with Burbridge so far. Take a look across the way. 57 pitches. He had 89 to work with coming into this game. Breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-1. Still to come, the senior athlete and also the coach of the year, part of the on-the-field ceremony. The 0-1 pitch hit up the 3rd base line, but that'll go foul. As it makes its way around, something will be different next season. 1 or 2 football teams going from 9 to 11 or 11 to 9-man. 3-class system as well for both girls and boys basketball for next school year. But here's the 0-2 pitch in this school year to Johnson. That'll miss. Now 1-2. Thompson Tommies, they've just been consistent throughout the season, and Coach Nate Solis and company, they've wanted to get games in April when it was tough to find ways to get games, and the reason why, get through some of the rust as this one is fouled off, get your team competing and getting in a little bit of rhythm against live pitching, and so far that has paid off. There are 3 losses to Roseau, Langdon, Erie, Emor, Munich, and Mayport CG in that Region 2 title game before the Tommies won in the double elimination contest, as this is foul back. Now 1-2 again. So Connor Johnson putting a good at-bat, one of the best we've seen so far against Burbridge. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball, popped him up. It's in the infield. Tice comes down the third base line about halfway to glove it for the outs. And there's one down. Carlson 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch back in the first inning. That was really the only threat that was of note, as the only time LaMoure-Litchville Marion in this game has had a runner at second base was in the first. Swung on and missed with Dylan Carlson. It's now 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be hit in the air. That's to center field. Gibson takes a couple of steps towards his right for the out there. There's 2 down. As you have Anthony Hansen 0 for 2 with a pop out and a fly out. We'll dig in. Hansen sees this pitch coming from Burbridge. As that one goes all the way to the backstop here. The next pitch upcoming, and Hansen hits one to left for a 2-out single on the way. He gives that one across to Muse, and there's a base knock. So the second hit of the game here for the Lobos. Now it's Jacob Nitschke. Tice at third base, as we mentioned. Overby at first with Odenbach at first, Overby at second, and Schumacher at short. Wolfgram behind the plate. Breaking ball in there for a strike at 0-1. Jacob Nitschke pitched the Lobos to a win against the Lions back on Thursday against Bishop Ryan. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball missing inside. Now at 1-1. As calling for time is Burbridge, as he wants a new baseball, and you're able to flip that one out. You don't see it nearly as much compared to the Major League Baseball, where it seems like anytime you just put that in the dirt, it's getting thrown out to see if it's good enough to use. This is going to be hit up and foul. Now at 1-2. Tommy's with 21 runs so far here in this tournament. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. It's a strikeout, and Burbridge ends the Lobos here in the 6th inning with this fifth strikeout. No runs. There was 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. 5.5 complete, 8-0 Thompson on your liveevent.com.
Mission is to foster student excellence in cooperation with family and community, and to provide educational opportunities in a safe and caring environment. Thank you to everyone who has helped make this mission a reality. The new STEM Center, Theater, Music Wing, Early Childhood Center, Wellness Center, and Athletic Complex will help set students up for success in school and life after graduation. They wish everyone at Central Cass good luck this year with academics and activities as you grow in the new space and move forward with excellence.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
8-0 Thompson here over LaMoure-Litchville Marion as Mr. Odenbach goes down the left field line to get warm. We'll see if he needs to come in for the 7th at all. The Thompson Tommies again have a chance to finish it off here in the bottom of the 6th inning with just 2 runs. Taking a look at the Lobos here this season, just one other time have the Lobos been scoreless in a game, and it was a loss against Carrington back on May the 8th in Carrington. 1-0 in favor of the Carrington Cardinals. That was the only other time they've been shut out so far here this season, as this will miss low on the way. As you'll have Wilkie, Gibson, and Overby stepping up to the plates. March still on the mound. The 1-0 pitch is going to be hit, and it's going to one-hop and go past the glove of Hansen there at third. And getting on base will be Wilkie. So Wilkie able to get to first here. And now you're going to have Brody Gibson. Gibson with a pair of walks today at the plates. And they're going to mark that as an E5 on the third baseman. As Gibson will make his way. This will miss outside for a ball at 1-0. Runner at first. Welke being held on there by Workin. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Here to Gibson. That'll be in the turf here. Now 2-1. Thompson came out with what really was in that second inning. As this is going to be a line drive, a chance at a double play for the Lobos, and they're unable to get it. As Johnson gives it to Workin there, and then Wilkie came sliding back and barreled into Workin at first base. He looks to be all right. That was a Brody Gibson out on the line drive to the second baseman. And now you'll have Drew Overby coming up to the plate. Going back to that second inning, that was taking the air out of the Lobos balloon. It was a haymaker's punch, however you want to describe it. The Tommies did it in the bottom of the second inning with that 7 runs up on the board. This one will be in there for a strike to Drew Overby at 0-1. As we're nearing the 8 o'clock hour. There's the 0-1 pitch to Drew. This will be in the turf. Now 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at first again is Wilkie as he takes his lead. Mart works from the stretch. The 1-1 upcoming. This is going to be hit on the ground to the third baseman. Hansen looks to second. Not going to go there. Goes to first to get the out. 5-3. Wilkie makes his way to second base, and there's 2 down. So Jonathan Muse with a single, a strikeout, and a flyout today, and a run scored so far for the sophomore left fielder. The pitch going to be hit on the ground of the third baseline. Hansen plays it, but that's going to be a foul ball. Now 0-1 for LaMoure-Litchville. Marion, they will be down to their final 3 outs. If it gets to the top of the 7th, Isaacson, Muslin, and Workin will be due up in the 7th inning. For the Thompson Tommies right now with Jonathan Muse. Looking to get a 2-out rally going here for Thompson. And try to get to that 9 and 10 runs on the board. So miss up out of the zone. Now 1-1. Tommies can smell their 7th state title. Their first one coming back in 1983, as this one will miss for a ball. Tommies also with titles in 85, 99, 05, 2016, and last season at Newman Outdoor Field. The 2-1. Swung on and missed through the fastball. Now 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs here. As Mart looks back the runner, the pitch. That'll miss low for a ball at 3-2. After Muse, it's O'Hearn on the on-deck circle here for the Thompson Tommies. 3-2 pitch upcoming. That'll miss for a ball, and it's a 2-out walk. As coming up to the plate now, you have Sean O'Hearn with 2 singles, a run scored here today for Thompson. That'll be out of the zone, missed by Mart. Now 1-0. Once the game is done, we will try our best with the award ceremony and everything to try to get a player, possibly hearing from Coach Solis and more, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Here's the 1-0 offering. Hit on a line. That's to right field. Rounding third is going to be Wilkie. They're going to bring him in. Here's the relay. Not going to be in time. It's an RBI single for Sean O'Hearn, and it's 9-0 Thompson. As going to third base here is going to be Jonathan Muse, first to third, and O'Hearn is in for his third base hit of the contest. Run driven in as well. Wilkie with his second run, and now it goes to Mr. Tice, who takes a strike. Braden 1 of 3 in the contest. If he can get a base knock here, Thompson will officially win the 2023 title. But now we'll have to battle in the count. No balls and 2 strikes to the number 9 batter here in the Thompson-Tommy lineup. Runner at third is Muse, at first is O'Hearn. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Mart. This one will come in. Did it hit him? Or did it hit the bat? And our home plate umpire in Horniker is going to say that that one came in and hit the bat. So it'll be a strike, and it'll be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes again with Mort. That'll miss. Now 1-2, and Reese Berberich is due up next. If Braden Tice can find a way to climb aboard with a walk, a hit-by pitch. The 1-2 offering. That'll miss low. Runner's going to go to second. Now it'll be 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good job by Tice. Getting down the count. Able to work it even here with 2 outs. That'll be blocked by Dylan behind the plate. Carlson, and works the count full. Now 3-2. Thompson, Tommy Faithful making some noise, looking for a base knock to officially put this game to bed. The 3-2 pitch, swung on and miss, and there's a strikeout instead. A run does come across. There was 1 hit, an error, and 2 runners left on base. 6 complete on our Irie Insurance scoreboard here. It's 9 Thompson. LaMoure-Litchville Marion's down to their final 3 outs here for the Lobos, and we come back on your liveevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey, Swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. They're open Saturdays 10 to 5. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Top of the 7th inning we go. Berberich on the mound. First pitch swinging is Isaacson, and that's going to be through. As able to get on board here is Blaze Isaacson. Isaacson first pitch swinging. Schumacher gave it a dive, tried to bat that ball down. He did, but as he kind of got it to it a little bit with the glove, it shot across from him here, and the Lobos have a runner on. Max Muslin 0 for 2 in the game. The pitch, first pitch swinging, this one is going to be popped up. The first baseman will call off to the second baseman here with Overby as he calls off Odenbach, and now it'll be a pop out, and there's 1 down. Mason Orkin now will dig in here for LaMoure-Litchville Marion.
Number 6, first baseman Mason.
As the Tommies are 2 outs away here from running the table in 2023 on winning a state tournament. As this will be 1-0 now to Mason Workin, as Mason asks for a time as Berberich will come off the mound. Thompson trying to do what their rival did with Park River Fordville Lakeman. They won a 3-peat, trying to go back-to-back. The 1-0. This one will be off the bat, and that will be a strike. Now at 1-1. Berberich, pitch number 76 upcoming here on the scoreboard. The 1-1 offering. That'll be in there for a strike at 1-2. Working the 8th grader here. Behind the count against Berberich, the 1-2 pitch. This will be hit on the ground, up the middle. Can they turn two? They got one. The relay in time, and the Thompson Tommies are the State B baseball champions. Overby, Schumacher, Odenbach, the 4-6-3, and Thompson wins it 9-0 with a dog pile on the mound. Thompson wins it 9-0 over LaMoure-Litchville Marion in a game that goes 1 hour and 23 minutes here from Thompson. Hugs around for the coaching staff and head coach Nate Solis. The Thompson Tommies for the second consecutive season had knocked off the Lobos in the state title. LaMoure-Litchville Marion, no runs, 3 hits, 2 errors. The Lobos would also strand 5 runners, while for the Thompson Tommies, 9 runs, 11 hits, an error, and Thompson would strand 9 runners on base. Berberich is the winning pitcher of record with a complete game. Connor Johnson is the losing pitcher of record. Berberich, 7 innings of work, 3 hits, no runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts here in this one. The Thompson Tommies are your 2023 state baseball champs, and they win their 7th title in program history here for the Thompson Tommies, who will finish the season 22-3. LaMoure-Litchville Marion drops to 14-2, and for the second straight year will be the runner-up here at the state tournament. Handshakes are coming out on the field, as we will get to some of the awards ceremony here as well. Let's recap what happened earlier today one more time. Bishop Ryan takes 7th over Shiloh 3-2. North Star 4-3 over Delax Burlington. And Central Cass 9-4 Langdon area Edmore Munich over Central Cass. It's now time to get to our RDK Enterprises feature precision play of the contest. And well, when you throw a complete game, it's going to have to go to Reese Berberich here, as he was able to do so for this senior, and simply sensational on the mound. Berberich, a complete game, goes 80 pitches, and it finished in style. A 4-6-3 double play. Reese Berberich is our RDK Enterprises feature precision player of the game here in this one for the Thompson Tommies. The fine folks at RDK Enterprises have locations in Hillsborough and Drayton. Go to planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com, as the Thompson Tommies are your 2023 State B baseball champs. They will join West Fargo Cheyenne in that distinction, as Cheyenne is the Class A baseball champs. Final box score, Tate Mart for the Lobos goes 0 of 3. Connor Johnson goes 1 of 3 with a double. Dylan Carlson 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch. Anthony Hansen 1 of 3 with a single. Jacob Nitschke 0 for 3. Blaze Isaacson goes 1 of 2 with a single and a hit by pitch. Max Muslin 0 for 3. Mason Workin 0 for 3. And Damian Carlson goes 0 for 2. Reese Berberich 0 for 4 at the plate, but again, 7 innings of work of just 3-hit baseball. Braden Wolfgram with 2 singles, goes 2 of 4 with a hit and a run driven in. Thomas Schumacher was able to go 1 of 4 with a run scored. William Welke reached base 3 times, 2 of 4 with 2 runs scored. Brody Gibson reached base 3 times with 2 walks, goes 0 of 2. Drew Overby with 2 walks, a single with a run scored as well, as he goes 1 of 2. Jonathan Muse at the plate with a single, a run scored, a walk, goes 1 of 3. Sean O'Hearn with 3 singles here in this one and 3 runs driven in. And Braden Tice able to score and have a single, goes 1 of 4 in this contest. The Lobos held scoreless throughout. The Tommies 7 runs in the second, 1 run in the fourth, and 1 run in the 6th inning. The Thompson Tommies go back-to-back with a state championship, and they win it 9-0 over LaMoure-Litchville. Marion and the two seniors here for Thompson, they're going to go out in style with Reach Berberich and Sean O'Hearn. The LaMoure-Litchville Marion Lobos, they will lose a handful of seniors on their right here with Tate Mark, Connor Johnson, Anthony Hansen, Dylan Carlson. They lose 4 seniors here for head coach Daryl Haugen. So back-to-back years, the Tommies defeat the Lobos in the state title. We'll take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll get to our post-game show and get to our senior athlete and coach of the year as well. That's all coming up here on your liveevent.com.
There's more at 104. Hillsborough, North Dakota has everything you want in a hometown. Business opportunities, great jobs, and a top-notch school. Shovel-ready lots for your next idea. Great jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, and agriculture. An excellent education for your kids with small class sizes and lots of school spirit. Plus easy access to I-29 and the conveniences of North Dakota's largest cities. Build your future in Hillsborough and see why there's more at 104.
Spring is here and the scenery while driving down the road will soon be filled with farm machinery planting this year's crop. Hi, this is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. As fieldwork begins, we want to remind you to take extra caution when approaching large, slow-moving machinery traveling down the road. A successful crop year is one that is accident-free. Irie Insurance offers all lines of insurance, and we would love the opportunity to visit with you. For our contact information, please visit our website at irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
Irie Insurance is an equal opportunity provider.
Team at Maple River Grain and Agronomy wishes the best of luck to the players in today's game. Maple River Grain and Agronomy is proudly serving producers, accessing markets, and building relationships in eastern North Dakota and western Minnesota. They offer a variety of grain marketing and agronomy solutions. See the latest updates by following MRGA on social media. They're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Check out the website at mrga.com to learn more about Maple River Grain and Agronomy and how they can serve you and your operation.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is hiring a full-time play-by-play sports announcer and broadcast sales representative. Duties include selling advertising time for radio, digital, video streaming, and regional cable TV. Play-by-play responsibilities include live play-by-play of local sporting events for radio, video streaming, and regional cable TV broadcasts. Wage plus talent and commission pay structure with full-time benefits package offered. For more information or to apply, email apply@rjbroadcasting.com. That's apply@rjbroadcasting.com.
As we come back here on our post-game show, the accolades are continuing here in Thompson and LaMoure-Litchville Marion and Minot, North Dakota, as the individual awards are being handed out to both teams. Still to come will be the team awards, and then we'll find out the senior athlete coach of the year as well, and then we'll try our best to hear from a particular athlete here in this contest as well. Congratulations goes out to the Thompson Tommies as they again pick up the victory in their 7th title in program history. As Thompson able to do it wire to wire here in this tournament, an 11-1 win in 6 innings over Bishop Ryan. They come back to win 2-1 yesterday against the Central Cass Squirrels last night, about 24 hours ago from right now. As we'll come out and has the Coaches Association Award will be coming out here. And the Senior Athlete of the Year will be presented as well in the state of North Dakota. As they go through the nominees right now. And as they do that, congratulations again goes to LaMoure-Litchville Marion on a really good, successful season. Just because of the weather, they only played regional games until they got to the state tournament. And they eventually won the state tournament. They were eventually to get to the state tournament here and finish 14-2. As Cole Hebel from Hillsborough Central Valley and Keegan Neva from Northern Cass are making their way out onto the field as part of the Senior Athletes of the Year from the 8 regions in North Dakota. You also have from there from LaMoure-Litchville Marion and Tate Mart. Jack Rumfro from Langdon area Edmore Munich saw him play a really good game against Central Cass. Brody Schneibel from Rugby will be making his way on there from Region 5. Region 6, you'll have Colton Francis from the Surrey Mustangs, not too far away from Marion on Highway 2. Carson Yale with Deluxe Burlington, the Lakers. So he'll be heading to Minot State for basketball coming up. And then from Shiloh Christian, Trace King. So they're honoring all the senior athletes of the year, all 8 of them in attendance here. And we'll find out who your 2023 North Dakota Senior Athlete of the Year in Class B, as voted on by the Coaches Association, is. Jack Rumfo from the Cardinals is your Senior Athlete of the Year. Able to help the Cardinals finish 3rd place at state, get to 15-2. The Cardinals 3 consecutive years that they've made it to state. 3 years ago finishing runner-up, last year making it to Newman, and this year going 15-2 and taking 3rd place. So Jack Rumfo, again, your Senior Athlete of the Year. And now we get to the Coach of the Year upcoming here in a moment. Same thing. You have your region coaches that come across just as the Senior Athletes of the Year. And we'll find out who the Coach of the Year is going to be here in baseball. And then we will take a quick break and see if we can maybe hear from a player or two from the Thompson Tommies as the Coach of the Year, as voted on by the Coaches Association in North Dakota. Nate Solis from Thompson is your Coach of the Year. 22-3, a state title, and now a Coach of the Year as well for Coach Solis and the Thompson Tommies here in 2023. As the team awards are going to be presented right now, as the Lobos will come out with their senior captains and come on. And then the Thompson Tommies will come on for the 2nd consecutive season, back-to-back years for this group to win a state championship. Last year at Newman Outdoor Field, 11-7 against LaMoure-Litchville Marion. And this year from Corbett Field in Minot, North Dakota, a 9-0 win for the Thompson Tommies, as Thompson's pitching staff in this tournament gives up just 2 runs, 1 to Bishop Ryan and 1 to Central Cass. They were brilliant between Reese Berberich, between Braden Wolfgram, and also Drew Odenbach. As the Thompson Tommies are celebrating this championship here at Corbett Field with a 9-0 win here in this one. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back after this, we'll continue on our post-game show from Minot here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Dirt turning, hearts pumping, motors roaring. It's nonstop racing action Thursday nights at the Norman County Raceway and Friday nights at the Red River Valley Speedway. Featuring the fastest drivers around. Don't miss a lap. Fuel burning, dirt turning all summer long. For more information, visit ncraceway.com and redrivervalleyspeedway.com. The action never stops. Thursday night racing at the Norman County Raceway and Friday night racing at the Red River Valley Speedway.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. Say thank you to the farmers you come into contact with every day. They have chosen a career that is as much their deep passion as it is an absolute necessity for you and I. Spring is upon us and there will be farm equipment on the roads. Give them your patience and room to do their jobs. Trust me, they would rather be off the road working in their field than dealing with traffic. From all of us here at RDK Enterprises, we say thank you and have a safe spring.
It's a North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 5th and 6th.
And the 1-2. Hit on the ground. It's going to sneak through the middle for a base hit.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 12th and 13th.
This one comes Olivia Vetter, back set, blocked at the net.
Plus the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 10th and 11th.
Now it's with Class A. Here's Michael Nile with the windmill duck.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Good luck, Tommies, from everyone at Thompson Public Schools, where their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. A thank you to the students, teachers, parents, and staff that made this a great school year. And a special congratulations and good luck to the graduating class of 2023. You can find out more about the great things happening in Thompson Public Schools, plus summer camp information, 2023-2024 school year calendar dates, information, and athletic requirements. TPS-K12.org. Go Tommies!
As we continue on our post-game show, Thompson again with the win over LaMoure-Litchville Marion as the Tommies take second in softball after Beulah wins the first Class B softball title for the West since it was sanctioned in 2012 over the Thompson Tommies, who take second on the softball side. And on the baseball side, a 7-run second inning was the damage maker here as Thompson defeats LaMoure-Litchville Marion 9-0 as the fans have made their way now onto the field here in this one, as you are going to have some circulations of hugs, some high fives from the family members, from brothers and sisters, niece, nephew, grandparents here from the Thompson Tommies, as they're going to enjoy this one. Nate Solis, the 2023 senior, our coach of the year, senior athlete of the year from Langdon area, Emor Munich, is going to be Jack Romfo. The Thompson Tommies go 22-3 as they pick up the win, while for LaMoure-Litchville Marion, they will fall to 14-2 on the season in a contest that goes 1 hour and 23 minutes here from Corbett Field. Reese Burbridge with the complete game win again, and picking up the loss is Connor Johnson on the opposite side for LaMoure-Litchville Marion. A great game, a great atmosphere. Thanks to all the tournament members committees here in this one for allowing us to be here. The Thompson Tommies are the champs of the 2023 season. Make sure you stay tuned through some of our social media pages as we will try to get you some sound via there, but where we are right now on the field with how they are aligning the family members and friends to get out into right center field and being congratulated and hugged and circulated out there. We just won't be able to grab someone for you for our post-game show. But again, make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show on the social media and check out our website as well for a game recap. So coming up here, congratulations to Thompson, here your 2023 state baseball champs. Reminder, our coverage continues on Monday for the Shields Softball All-Star Series, Optimist Volleyball Series a week from Monday. We'll also have the Lions All-Star Basketball Series and more. So go to yourliveevent.com for more games coming up throughout the region here throughout the Red River Valley. On behalf of Jake Berkmeyer, Jim Berkmeyer, on behalf of our entire sports staff, Mark Forseth at Halstead Telephone Company and more, I'm Chase Miller repeating today's final. Thompson defeats the Lobos 9-0 here from Corbett Field on yourliveevent.com.